In today's video, we're going to delve into actionable tools that can help you tackle worry and effectively manage stress. Now, I'd love to claim these insights as my own, but credit goes to the legendary Dale Carnegie, an author whose works have impacted millions. I've included some of his most notable books in the description for those interested in exploring his wisdom further. If this kind of content resonates with you, please give the video a like to help share these valuable insights with others. And if you haven't already, consider subscribing and hitting the notification bell so you don't miss out on future videos. There's a powerful saying, the magnitude of your life is determined by the magnitude of the problems you can solve. The goal isn't to evade life's challenges, but to build the capacity to handle even the toughest ones with grace and resilience. Strategy 1. Living in day-tight compartments. Imagine a massive ocean liner navigating treacherous waters. These ships are engineered with watertight compartments, sections that can be sealed off in case of a breach, preventing water from flooding the entire vessel. This design keeps the ship afloat, even in rough seas. We can apply this same principle to our daily lives. To prevent worry from flooding our minds, we need to close off the past and future, focusing entirely on the present, today's tasks, challenges, and opportunities. The concept of living in day-tight compartments is about deliberately sealing off yesterday's regrets and tomorrow's anxieties. The idea is simple but profound. Focus on today, break down your massive, overwhelming goals into bite-sized, daily tasks. What small win can you achieve right now? By concentrating solely on making today a success, you gradually build momentum, creating a series of successful days that ultimately lead to significant progress. Every morning, set clear, attainable objectives for the day. This laser focus on the present moment helps you drown out the noise of regrets from the past and anxieties about the future. This approach transforms your to-do list from a source of stress into a roadmap for daily victories. Strategy 2. Radical acceptance of reality. William James, a founding figure in psychology, once said, "Acceptance of what has happened is the first step to overcoming the consequences of any misfortune." This quote encapsulates a core principle of Stoicism: differentiate between what you can control and what you cannot. It's about meeting reality head-on without the haze of denial or wishful thinking. Acceptance isn't about resignation or giving up. It's about acknowledging the situation as it is, which then frees you to take effective action. When we resist reality, we waste energy on things beyond our control. But when we accept it, we regain the power to respond proactively. Let me share a personal example. A few months ago, I fractured my wrist during a fitness challenge. Initially, I felt a wave of frustration and disappointment. I had invested so much time into my training plan, and now it felt like all that effort was wasted. But after a few minutes of ruminating, I realized that the only thing I could control was how I chose to respond. So I shifted my focus. I adapted my workout routine to emphasize lower body exercises, and over the next 2 months, my squat numbers improved dramatically. This is the essence of acceptance, shifting your focus from what's lost to what's still within your control. Strategy 3. The 5-step framework for overcoming worry. When anxiety starts to creep in, often it's the uncertainty that fuels it. Dale Carnegie's approach to tackling this is a structured 5-step process designed to bring clarity and reduce the mental burden of worry. Making a decision about how to address your concerns can immediately cut your stress in half, and taking action on that decision can eliminate almost all remaining anxiety. Here's the 5-step plan. 1. Pinpoint the worry. Clearly define what's troubling you. Vague worries often feel larger than they are because they lack clear definition. Writing it down brings clarity. 2. Assess your options. List actionable steps you can take to address the issue. This is about honing in on what's within your control. 3. Commit to a plan. Decide on the specific actions you will take. This step requires you to go from thinking to deciding, turning possibilities into a concrete plan. 4. Schedule your actions. Put your plan on your calendar. Assign a time and place for when you'll act. This step adds accountability and structure to your intentions. 5. Execute the plan. Follow through. Taking action, even small steps, reduces anxiety because it shifts your focus from worrying to doing. By following this process, you transform nebulous fears into manageable tasks, systematically reducing your stress and gaining control over the situation. Strategy 4. Embrace the worst-case scenario. When faced with an intimidating challenge, one of the most powerful techniques is to ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? The moment you confront this question, you begin stripping away the irrational fears that amplify your stress. Let me take you back to 2001. I had just lost my job in Birmingham, Alabama, and was on a ticking clock due to my H-1B visa, which gave me only 30 days to secure new employment or return to the UK. The pressure was immense. I flew to San Jose for an interview that could make or break my future in the US. The night before, I was overwhelmed with anxiety. So I pulled out a piece of paper and wrote down the worst-case scenario. If I didn't get the job, I'd have to return to the UK, where I'd be closer to my family, spending more time with my parents, a precious opportunity I hadn't had in years. Suddenly, the worst-case scenario didn't seem so catastrophic. This realization brought me a sense of calm, allowing me to perform at my best during the interview. I ended up securing the job. The power of accepting the worst-case scenario lies in its paradoxical effect. Once you've made peace with the worst possible outcome, you are liberated to give your best effort without fear. Strategy 5. Keep yourself occupied. Action is the antidote to anxiety. When you're deeply engaged in meaningful work, your mind simply doesn't have the bandwidth to dwell on worries. This isn't about distracting yourself aimlessly, but rather immersing yourself in productive, purposeful tasks that require your full focus. Dale Carnegie recounts the poignant story of Michael, a man devastated by the loss of his 5-year-old daughter, followed shortly by the passing of his newborn baby. His grief was all-consuming, and even the doctors couldn't offer a solution beyond sleep aids. Yet, Michael still had his 4-year-old son, who persistently asked his father to help him build a toy boat. Despite his reluctance, Michael finally agreed. During those 3 hours spent building the boat, he found a rare moment of peace. Realizing that being occupied eased his pain, Michael made a list of 57 tasks to tackle around the house. He poured himself into completing these tasks over the following months, gradually finding relief from his sorrows. This story underscores a fundamental truth about the human mind. It cannot fixate on two things simultaneously. Winston Churchill, when asked if he ever worried about the immense responsibilities of leading during the war, simply replied, "No, I'm too busy." The lesson here is clear. Keeping yourself engaged with meaningful activities crowds out space for worry, giving you mental clarity and calm. I hope you found these strategies insightful, and I'm truly grateful for your time. These Stoic-inspired morning rituals offer a roadmap for handling stress, guiding your days, and ultimately transforming your approach to life. Remember, each day is a fresh canvas, an opportunity to face life with gratitude, courage, and love. I look forward to seeing you in the next video.